One of the things I want to do first thing this morning, I think we had a great week. And what we're going to do this morning is I ask permission to call the board because I like to see these numbers. And I'm going to start from the top. Mr. Shelton, you want to walk up here and put your number on the board? Or you put the numbers on the board?
Well, whatever you want to do.
Okay, stand up and call the number, Shelton.
120.05.
Kendrick?
2551.
Richard?
6189.
Victor?
10132.
Mr. Jesse?
5720.
Staff total, Alice?
366.81.
Way to go. And for the month, Alice has, Alice and her staff has 977 so far, so that's great. Ms. Brooks?
55.74.
Brenda?
98 absent.
Somebody call her number.
1340.
Margie?
146, I think.
Stand up, Margie. Because I needed to see you. Her talking to me about how good you are.
146.
You hear what Miss Stacy said?
No, he told me we were going to really like you.
146?
I paid him to say that, Bob.
146?
Yeah, close.
Mr. Ed?
157.
David?
114.
17.
Charles?
$100.36.
Jeffrey? Who's going to call Jeffrey?
1980.
That was a good year.
Shirley?
2828.
Heather?
Oh, yeah. Mine's 119.11.
118,
Laurie?
131.23.
That Concord didn't fall far from the tree, huh? Lynette?
88.76.
Mr. Travis?
Just 1 second.
Mr. Pickle.
Travis, how many apps did you have this week?
I got to stand up first. I don't get full.
Okay.
Well, I managed to write one app yesterday evening for $186.16.
Ooh,
Just one. That was it.
He long. That's why we call it Pickle.
Travis, how many apps did you?
25 apps for $186.16. And I was blank Monday.
And he's wearing a tie.
I don't wear the top.
And he's wearing a tie.
Oh, excuse me.
I didn't know y'all wore ties when I picked out these gifts. I had an LSU tie to give. So I didn't know if y'all wore ties, and I didn't know if y'all were LSU fans, so I didn't bring them. What we decided to do was everybody with $100 come up here, 100 or over, and what we decided to do, we're going to let Travis, being he was number one with $186, take the first pick, and the rest of us, we're going to put numbers in a box from 1 to 7. The rest of us from 1 to 7.
Well, everybody just got over to the line a little bit. Go ahead.
So 1 to 7, and once you get your number, if you're number 1, you stand up first in line. If you get 7, you get last in line. But Travis, I know Travis wants to talk, y'all. I don't figure that out already. So when the one thing I'd like for us to do is Travis is going to come up and give a little testimony of how he got that $100-something this week, and how he wrote 27 apps, 25 apps. So that's impressive, y'all. 25 apps.
That's it.
all my manager, all my coworkers, I would be picking on me about me writing. I wrote one week, I wrote an application for 75 cents. That's it.
He didn't have a blank week.
That's right. Miss Alice is the reason I wrote all them maps. Because she told me I give all my credit to her. Most of it.
Thank you.
Most of it. The other part is he's good.
Miss, I've been knowing that Miss Alice for a long time. But anyway, we was talking. I don't know. It was before I had my fire license. It was a while back, and she said every time I write a fire app, I always write a little accident policy on the people, case they died in the fires. And I love the package sell like that anyway. It says, yeah, that'll work. So I wrote on 2 cases the people they called. Well, me, Mindy, and Stan went and did a little group presentation.
Thank you, Mindy.
At these apartments. And one of the people was there. The lady gave our number to her granddaughter. And her granddaughter called her and her sister needed some fire insurance. So first house I went to, I wrote the fire insurance, and it was her husband and 2 kids. So I wrote them all a $2 accident policy, $5,000 a piece. So that was 5. Then left there, she calls her sister, I'm making her sell it over the phone for me to her sister. So when I get to her house, all I had to do was fill the paperwork out. Well, it was 3 of them living there, so that was 4 apps with the fire insurance. And I think it was Tuesday morning, I had a lady I went and saw, and I wrote her, the kids and grandkids, and I got out there, I called me and said, hey, I said I wrote 14 apps in one house. And of course she didn't believe me. But that's the deal about it is, like I was telling, Mindy and Stan yesterday, them little apps like that, I mean, it's not a lot of premium, and it's not going to make a whole lot of difference for the day or the week, but you figure if you write that many of them at $2 a piece, by the end of the year, you might have an extra $200, $300, $400, $500 of production, and some of it's going to lapse, that's just part of it, but for the most part, them little premiums, I find they stay on.
So you're saying a lot of this came from referrals, right?
Mm-hmm. And the bad thing about it, though, I can go deliver all the policies. Better give me a big There you go.
Okay.
They're not gonna spit my car.
I want to make one comment. I want to make one comment on what he said. When you write a fire app, Alice taught me this. You write $1,000 accident policy. Now, I've been in districts where they say, why all this trouble for 40 cents? Well, the 40 cents is not going to kill your sale, but you tell them, this is what your fire coverage is on that policy, and if the head of the household dies in this fire, we also pay an extra $1,000. Why do I want you to write that 40 cents? Because the 40 cents will tell you how old that guy is, give you his birthday and all his information. So when you go back, then you can quote him a $10,000 or whatever amount you want to quote him. You'll have all the information ready to go. And I'm the kind of guy that used to like to close by choice. I didn't have my presentation out and say, what do you think? Are you ready or not? Because if you say no, I'm stuck. I mean, I'm like the guy that they knocked on the door to kill this woman, and she said, can you use your phone? Can I use your phone? She said, no, kill that plant. So I like to close by choice. Here's how much 10,000 costs. Here's how much 5,000 costs. Here's how much a 20-year pay is. Here's how much a whole life is. So then I'm not asking for a yes or no answer, right? Which one would you like? So that's my deal. Okay, so let's discuss what we got up here. I brought this suitcase here because we all going to New Orleans, and I want one person to start packing today. Okay. Now, what happens? The first time you went to New Orleans, what happened? First time I went to New Orleans, I went and walked up down Bourbon Street because I wanted to listen to all the jazz, right? Yeah. Okay, you believe that. But anyway, as soon as I got on Bourbon Street, here comes this kid and says, I bet I can tell you where you got them shoes. And I'm thinking, hey, no way that guy knows I bought my shoes at Dillard's in Lafayette. He don't even know where I'm from. So I bet him $1. And he said, you got them shoes right here on the street in New Orleans, Louisiana. So I want to tell you today, I want every one of your shoes on the street in New Orleans in June 2012, y'all. How many people think they can make that trip?
Wow.
Good. I want y'all there. And you know what? If anybody don't think they can make it, Ronnie Matty brought all but one person on a trip. Now, Ronnie Matty and I hired Ronnie Matty a while back, and when we put him in Opelousas, I'd go to a meeting and he'd stand up and talk, and I knew I was only going to say one thing. I disagree with Ronnie Matty. Ronnie Matty had all kinds of good ideas. Anybody know Ronnie Matty? You know. Ronnie Matty had all kinds of good ideas. He said, we're going to be #1 per agent, because I only have 10 agents. Robert got 30. Or 25, right?
25.
25, 30 with the staff manager. So he said, we're going to win per, and when I stand up there, I said, Ronnie Matty said everything right, everything you had to say except one thing. I don't agree with per agent. This district has to be #1, or it don't count a hill of beans to me. Per agent don't mean nothing. And we said it often enough to where they were #1. Where was that trip, Alice, that we went?
Cancun, right?
No, it was.
It was Las Vegas.
Yeah, Las Vegas. So he's sitting at the table and had qualified every agent but one, both staff managers. And so, you know, I'm very proud that they could do that, so we don't have to say per agent. Everybody can qualify. Everybody can do what Travis did. Everybody in this room, all you got to do is have attitude. Attitude to do it. And so we have a bag. Somebody starts packing. This is a security umbrella. This is $5 and a $20 card. So it's $25 unless you got something against Walmart. This is one of these little frames I don't know much about. Anybody knows about
They're
this?
very nice.
Okay. I know about something about this. This is a drill and a stud finder. This is a knife. This is whoever wins this, keep your car clean. And this is a jewelry box. So that's all we have, right? So Travis, you pick first.
I guess I'll take this brand.
Okay, everybody up, we're gonna draw a number. While they're drawing their numbers, I want to tell you. I want to tell you about one of Ronnie Matty's agents. Ronnie Matty had an agent named Susie, and everything Ronnie said up there, Susie did. Every idea he gave, she went out and do. And one day I get to the home office, and Pam Harvey. Anybody knows Pam Harvey? Be sweet to her, because she's the one that stamps your policy issued or not. If she throws it in the dumpster, you don't have a chance. So anyway, I walk into the home office, and Pam attacked me. She says, it's no use y'all write any business if y'all not going to fill out the apps right. I said, I surrender. Tell me what you're talking about. She says, Susie sent in 72 apps this week, and there's mistakes on 50 of them. I says, I love Susie. I just love her to death. I'll take care of your problem. So when they saw me drive up the next day, then you had gone to the home office, they knew I was going to talk about Susie. So I went in the office and told Ronnie Matty, look, if the management team in here can't check apps, y'all call me. I don't know why that staff manager didn't check them out. 50 mistakes, he can't overlook that many, so he didn't even look at them. Here's this woman went and sells 70 apps, and the staff manager didn't even look at them. Now, if I got to come back, I don't need that staff manager. So I left. Ronnie Matty called me the next day, and he said, as soon as you left, the staff manager run in there and said, what did he say about Susie? See, he didn't say a word about Susie, but he sure said a lot about you. So if you sell 72 apps, guys, and nobody wants to check your apps, call me. I'll come check it. Okay, so we got it?
That lunch included?
Pardon?
That lunch included?
So that's the number there?
This is it right here. Now, I know what numbers those are.
Okay, who's first? Number 2.
Well,
You have your paper?
this was number 5 was the, what I did, I rated them by rankings of 1 through.
No, I wanted them to pick the number. I wanted them to pick a number. Everybody else is even. They pick
Oh,
a
each
number.
agent picks an,
Oh, yeah.
well, then let's just put it back in and do it. I'm doing it wrong.
Everybody sold
You're
100.
making it more complicated.
The only one we wanted to recognize was Travis, that he was number 1.
Reach in
Now,
and
Travis.
Reach in and pull your,
I don't know how well you know me, but now I know you can do it, so I'm gonna be looking to make sure you do it every week.
I'm sorry.
I'm not that tall.
Okay. Mr. Sheldon, 1 sheet. There should be 3 left.
Get it, boys.
I guess I get.
Y'all get it. Get it. Get
Okay,
it.
who has number 1? You next.
Lori, give me some.
The luckiest thing I have ever seen. If it's bingo.
She need to clean up.
I knew she'd do that.
Yeah, she need to call one. Mama, she
Right.
need to call one.
Y'all pulling for.
Number 2.
Number 2, go get him, Dave.
Number 3.
I wanted that.
Okay, Shell.
Number 4.
Always need that.
Number 5.
Jane, you have done something.
Picture of turf on my table.
Hey, Marjorie, you were second.
Oh, I'm surprised.
You was right behind that guy.
Number 6.
Guess who's leaving us? Victor. Get your suitcase
Victor is
back.
gone to New Orleans, y'all.
Vic,
I got two matching.
now.
I got another one just about that size, so I won't just.